René here. Should we play a game? Today we're playing Doom, the original 1993 version, not the 2016 version. It is a source port version of it, GZ Doom, but we're playing it with a mostly vanilla experience. I played it before with a very vanilla experience, where I actually played it with a keyboard, no jump, no looking up and down. Today I'm not playing quite so rough. We're playing it on we're playing it with some extra controls and stuff like that. Oh, what's this button do? Never noticed that before. Not playing with a guide or anything like that. Not playing any high difficulties, just hurt me plenty. Let's just have some fun. Right. What does that button do? Oh, I think I know what it does. I know there's a secret in this map and I've never been able to find it. I think I've just found it by complete accident. I wonder, does that... Just get rid of these jerks. Trying to solve puzzles in here, guys. Okay, so I know that you can get up there somehow. I don't know exactly how, but I think that button may be involved. Maybe you press it and then just dash through. It might be like a bit of a speed challenge thing. I mean, the button did seem to turn off very quickly, but that doesn't mean the door control closed quickly. Oh, I just heard the door close actually, so it must have been closer than that. Yeah, okay. Let's just have another quick look. I wonder if the original versions of this had stereo audio. I bet they didn't. Let's press the button again and see what opened. It sounded like it was coming from my right, so... Oh! It opens this up. That's weird. Why would they include that when you can already get to it through there? Anyway. I guess you could... That's kind of weird, the fact there's two entrances to that secret. I've never noticed that before. Anyway, moving on. Go on, explode! Or don't. That works too. You'd expect the, it's like someone who'd never played Doom before, you'd expect the fireball throwing imps to be the most dangerous enemies, but honestly it's the sergeants with the hit scanning weapons. Can't dodge those. Higher difficulties, I think there's a monster in here, which is a great sort of surprise showing he's finished the level on lower difficulties. Okay. It's quiet. Very quiet. They do a surprisingly good job with this game of making the game's map not look 2D when you're walking around it, because they can't have like overlapping rooms in this. But they kind of like very, very carefully arrange the rooms so they never overlap. Like that entire space we were just in fit inside that volume. It can't possibly go over this corridor due to engine limitations. Where did all these guys come from? I know they do a lot, this engine doesn't have any kind of scripting system, but they quite often do tricks like have what they call sound pipes, where the player's action will aggro enemies via sound through like very, 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 very narrow pipes in the geometry. You can sometimes see them on the auto map. There's a really good example, I don't know whether it's Doom or Doom 2, where there's a room, you walk into it, and then all of a sudden monsters come through teleporters all around you. It's because they saw you through they observed you through a sound pipe. Oh, what's this go? Yeah, some goodies. Damn, the shotgun's powerful, I forgot. think I also got lucky with the spread there. Need to be careful with the gunk here. What's that open? I think it's going to stay open anyway. Ah. Yeah, this game, like, bearing in mind it came out in late 1993, does a lot of stuff with lighting that you know, if people do this kind of thing today with lighting, you're like, oh, someone's having a bit of fun with the lighting engine. But this is 93. But the game didn't really have like lighting in the way we kind of consider lighting. Like this here, they didn't just put like a light source at one end of the room and then like have it emit light. They actually had to make kind of like, because like Doom uses a system called sectors where the rooms are actually, they're called sectors. Wherever they have like light here, it's actually a separate room in the engine, sort of. And then they basically set like a brightness level for that room. So they had to hand draw this light source. But I kind of like that kind of thing. It means that, you know, like you don't just have like light all over the place. Something they placed with real intent. Hey, how's it going? This light source wouldn't have been in the original game. This is something that's been added by the source port. The sprite would have been glowing, but it wouldn't have been casting any light on the wall. I'm good, thanks, I'm good. Just playing something nice and relaxing today, like a thrash metal inspired first person shooter. Fortunately, most of the game isn't flickering light like this. I hear you. Ah! Oh, what's that called? Is it called like bolt gun or something like that? Yeah, I've looked a bit more like Quake than Doom, but looks pretty interesting. Let's have a look at the map here. Okay, right. Yeah, so this game is basically 2D in many respects, meaning that you can navigate basically using a 2D map. I believe it also made had advantages when it came to authoring maps because it meant that they could basically just draw them out in 2D and then adjust the floor heights later on. Probably made a lot of difference when they were using those next step stations in 93, and well, probably in 92 when they were building the maps. Okay. Oh yeah, we came for that door earlier. Okay, this way, I guess. Yeah, despite being a PC powerhouse. Whoa! Most of this game's content was authored using Macs, which is particularly funny. Can I shoot that? No. And in fact, Carmack specifically attributed the game's success to the flexibility and power of the Next Step operating system, which went on to become macOS, as we know it today. Of course, there was a macOS at the time, but that was not a great operating system. Okay, I think one of these is left. Oh, there we go. I couldn't even see that lever. It's actually getting kind of dark in here. That might help a bit. Bunch of other oddities with this game, many of which just stem from when it came out. I believe the game runs at 70 Hertz. Because CRTs at the time run all sorts of bizarre refresh rates. Which means that any modern source ports actually have a lot of adjustments to their gameplay logic to untie them from that 70 Hertz cap because it doesn't divide very evenly by the 60 commonly used. Damn, I can't aim. What's even happening? The other thing is that the game originally ran at 320 by 200, where pixels aren't actually square, they're slightly rectangular. And a lot of ports, including Bethesda's official source port they recently did onto Unity, Didn't quite take that into account, and a lot of the HUD elements are actually squashed. You mind, mate? Now, one of the things about this game is that it uses a data structure called BSP for its rendering. And I originally thought they used it for everything, like collision and AI and stuff, because the later Quake games did that. But the addition of BSP was actually very, very late to the engine. It was like almost like a, not last minute, but nearly last minute addition to the rendering pipeline, and it wasn't really integrated into everything else. And when someone pointed out to Carmack, you could have used that for everything, he went, oh yeah, I'll do that in the sequels. Right, I'm getting wrecked here, so I need to be careful. Ah! Oh, a health pack. Oh, a delicious health. But this game's obviously had a lot of ports, and this room here is actually an example of the kind of thing that tend to change in ports. Many ports of this game, to simplify the geometry in here, actually get rid of this pit. Meaning this room is sort of boring. They don't have this big hole in the middle. How was to get down there? How would I get back up? Is there like a button somewhere? Oh, there is. Good. Because I need the health pretty badly. Okay, let's get down there. Oh. There we go. Oh, we've got some infighting. Yeah, that's a cool feature of this game. If monsters shoot each other, they will fight to the death. Because I was stood here and there were two of them there, one of them shot the other in the back while they were trying to shoot at me, and they just started fighting each other. I could just leave them to it. Right. This is one of the coolest moments in early first-person shooter game design. This was kind of like a real flex on the part of id when this next step happens. So you want this item, don't you? Yeah, it's how you progress. It's on a nice pedestal for you. Surprise! Again, these wouldn't have been splashing onto the walls like this in the original version, but just having them there as kind of like guideposts to get you out. Great touch. How do I get in there? Already been through there. Oh, I see an overcharge. I want that. Yeah, one of the things that I do really like about these earlier Doom games is the kind of like maze-like quality to the maps. They're way more interesting, in my opinion, than the more sort of modern linear level design. Just being given the ability to get a little lost, to really master a space. Yeah, we've got a yellow keycard. The keycard approach can be a bit exhausting, especially towards the end of Doom 2, but it definitely helps sort of gate the spaces and give you a reason to explore. Okay. These transparent surfaces were also like a real flex at the time. The fact that they've got like cut. It isn't really true transparency as we consider it today. It's more of like an alpha cutout, but that was really impressive for the time. I think those actually don't fall under the BSP system. I think they're their own thing. I seem to remember that in addition to sectors, you also have lines, which are for any like very, very narrow objects. I do wonder, because like the way they made a lot of the textures in this game is they had access to a scanner and they used it a lot. And as you look at things like this and wonder where on earth it came from, like that's pretty cool. Also, a lot of a lot of photography used to make like the hand models and things. Like this gun I'm using is actually a real toy gun. They just took lots of pictures of it, did some manipulation, and I think it was deluxe paint at the time, and went like, yep, that's our gun. The soundtrack for this is kind of like a bunch of knockoff thrash metal songs, which is kind of funny because if you've heard like some Pantera and stuff, you'll recognise the odd song, and they would not be able to get away with doing this today. Yeah, if someone did this today, it'd be like, oh, that's a throwback to the early or mid 80s. That's cool. Back then, yeah, in '94, it wasn't that long ago some of these songs came out. Pantera in particular was still very relevant at the time. I want to blow up the boxes. Yes! Okay, we've got a nukage canal there. We're going to want that rad suit from earlier. I was just saving it till I knew where to use it. That's where we came in. Yeah, so one thing is, in the original game you couldn't look up or down, meaning that you basically looked at the horizon and Doom Guy just knew to look up. So if I wanted to shoot these guys up here, actually I'm doing it right now, shooting at the horizon, and yet the bullets sort of curve up as they fly. Oh my goodness me, that's a lot of monsters. Got a lot of bonuses out of it though. It's kind of weird to think how much of game history came from this game. Not only in just, sort of first-person shooter tropes and stuff like that came from this game, but the engine itself. Of course, it went on to become the Quake engine, Quake 2, Quake 3, and then from Quake 3 it really spirals out into just about everything. Even Call of Duty, their engine is a very, very, very distant cousin of the Quake 3 engine. This engine went on to be the kind of prototype Half-Life engine, although they kind of did a partial rewrite using the Quake 1 engine as the base instead. Am I stuck in here? I don't remember this happening the first time I played the game. Oh! Oh, you just need to step on it again. Okay. Oh, I've already been there, right. Okay, alright. So have a quick look at the map. Is there anywhere obvious we've not been? Oops, don't stand in that. Okay, I see a yellow door, I see a yellow key card, all good. The chain gun is really powerful, but you have to be quite careful with it just because it can really rip through your ammo, and it uses the same ammo as the pistol, so if you run out with this, your kind of sidearm is done as well. I need to be careful up here with that barrel next to me. One thing is, this game is like full of like really iconic Doom sound effects, but a lot of them are actually stock sound effects. They contracted out to, oh, I don't remember what the guy's name was, but they're very, very slightly edited, and sometimes seemingly accidentally, like due to like bitrate changes and stuff. Stock sound effects from this guy's library. But I guess once they're in a game like Doom, they kind of like no longer become generic sound effects because everyone knows them from Doom. Okay, there you are. Whoa! Need to be careful next to an exploding barrel. Hey! Where are you? I can hear you. Oh, there you go. Wow, the AI really showing its stuff there. I don't know how much, I don't know much about how the AI in this works, but there are some definite noticeable sort of, movement patterns for the enemies. Like, it seems like the pinkies kind of charge around in circles and stuff like that. The sergeants tend to sort of stand in place and fire, which kind of makes sense. The imps seem to be somewhere in between the two. They seem to roam far more actively. Okay, we've got a key card. What did that do? Oh, that made a staircase. Okay. And now I think we're back in the room we've been in before, but I don't recognise it right now. Oh, no we're not. Who puts carpet on top of a rack mount computer, man? Maybe the UAC deserved everything that was coming to them. I don't know. Let's have a look at the map. Where have we been? Ah, okay. We didn't go left out of that next room. Oh, that's the exit. Okay, well there's a part of this map we haven't explored, so I'm gonna go see if I can get in there. And grab the rad suit and go exploring in the canals. There it is. Right, where's the canal? Just need to know before I jump in it. Because you only get a limited time with the rad suit. Okay, it's down there, got it. I thought that was critical path in this level, I must be misremembering. Right. Ah! Oh my god, a rocket launcher. It's a bit much, isn't it? Oh, I did that wrong. I think I was meant to get on that first. Okay, let's explore the other way via this canal because we've only got limited time with the rad suit. Oh, that's just how you get out. Okay. The moment it starts flashing, we need to head back that way because we won't have much time. Oh. That's a one-way trip. If you don't get it, it's just gone. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's not use the rocket launcher right now, though. It's a bit overpowered for the situation we currently find ourselves in. There we go. So you don't get a lot of time. Once you know it's going, it's going. Okay. Oh, helps if you go the right way around, doesn't it? Hang on, why would we put a staircase there? Is there another secret in here? Oh, there must be another secret in here that I've just missed because I didn't bring the rad suit here. Okay. Yeah, so that big ledge there. Doom Guy couldn't jump in the original game. It's been patched in, but it can break a few of the levels. You know, you can skip sections or something like that because they were never designed for you to be able to jump. It's kind of controversial, right, whether a level should expect you to be able to jump or not. Because, of course, in the original game you could never jump, but it seems almost kind of like you're missing a feature if you don't make it so you can jump at the level. Damn. I am pretty well over par. Okay. Quick run across the lava, I guess. Ow. Yeah, I do like, because I think we're still in Romero's levels here. I do like Romero's levels a lot if we're still in them because they're not too silly, you know. There is some attempt to kind of make these feel like, not necessarily real places, but plausible places. One of the things I didn't like about Doom 2 is how it went a bit overboard with the silliness with levels like tricks and traps. Of course, you'd never have a platform like this in a real building, but like it's at least like the set dressing to make it look a bit more like a real space, you know? Oh. Maybe this would have been a good time to use the rocket launcher. Actually, probably want to save that for the bosses, right? So I know some people play this game in a mode called Pistol Start, where you, I think that means you don't carry over any weapons from one level to the next, and I think that might be how the original game was. Come on. Yes. Yeah, there's some strangeness to how this game's kind of rules work. The fact that I could hit that guy despite the fact I wasn't really aiming at him. But it kind of becomes intuitive after a bit. One of the biggest graphical upgrades I can definitely recommend turning on, because like, I keep a lot of them off, is ambient occlusion. That basically means you get a bit of shadow in the corners. It might not look super obvious I've got an effect on, but it basically adds a bit of shadow inside the corners here, and it makes such a difference. It makes the levels look so much more sort of solid and real. You've had putting some nonsense like, you know, ray tracing model or something. Where do you guys come from? This game basically invented the monster closet. I mean, I don't think it actually did, but it uses them so much. Like this entire space here just opened up and let them out. Okay. Gotta cross the slime to get... Hey! Hey! Get across the slime, get the switch. I think there's then switches on the back of the columns. Really should have popped that barrel. It was a bit dangerous. I think these will then go back up, and I think one of them has a switch on it. Oh, it's the other one. Oh, maybe they both have switches, actually. Oh, need to get out of it. Okay, that just opened something, I guess. Oh! That's unexpected. Does the F1 do that? Yes, but only if you ask nicely. Okay. Right, so we just opened something. I think it might be this doorway here. I've heard quite a bit of criticism of... Yeah, he definitely did some interesting stuff. Like, there was a map that kind of looked like a city block. He definitely gave that if that was his. That was definitely interesting to see someone try and replicate a city in an engine that can't do rooms over rooms. But I did find those levels quite confusing as well. I guess that if nothing else, they definitely tried to add a bit of variety between the first and second games. I mean, it wasn't just as much as you could argue that it was the first game again, they at least tried to put some differences in there. And it's good to have a Doom expert on hand, because I'm definitely not one. Oh! Rush into a room and expect everything to go okay, I guess. Ah! Stop moving! Thank you. Okay, before I press that button. Oh, hello. Oh, we're going into the real dark spaces now, okay. Okay. Hey! Oh, hello. There you go. Oh! This is succeeding in being spooky, I guess. Oh wait, that looked like a rocket there, like a rocket pickup. It is. Maybe pistol start isn't meant to be the default one. Unless you can get another rocket launcher in this map. Yeah, one of the things with the teams being so small, I guess, is that it was possible for people to sort of branch off and just make an entire map without anyone else knowing. You couldn't really do that today because there's like dozens of people involved in making a map. It's a wonder it came out as coherent as it did, although I know the whole sort of Tom Hall thing, that was a bit of a messy episode. Oh, whoa! Yeah, because didn't the game start out as like an Aliens licensed title or something, and then it became its own thing when that fell through? And it originally was going to have like a bit of a plot to it, and in the final game, it's just you got gunned, they got monsters. And not like earlier on, they were trying to make more realistic spaces, and then they realised, they're not really visually interesting, they don't really show off what the engine can do, so that's how we ended up with this abstract nonsense that the game's known for. I believe someone found the source of this texture. I think it was like a scan of a sound card or something. Okay. Just follow the monsters, I guess. I like this architectural feature. It's a really good sort of use of the sort of engine limitations. Well, you could say limitations or you could say capabilities. Either's true, really. There's tons of great encounters in this game without basically any scripting capabilities. Goes to show, doesn't it? Oh, and that kind of loops back, okay. And now we've got the blue key card. Yeah, that definitely makes some sense, yeah. Do you remember bits towards the end where bits like the maze that you basically walk on like an infinitely thin piece of geometry, and I'm like, this is the kind of thing that mappers did for a joke later on, and you're kind of putting it in the game as serious content. I guess that works. Things like tricks and traps definitely felt like they were seeing what they could do with the engine. Ah, I see blue. Oops, didn't need to fire that. I don't know if the monsters can take damage from the slime. I don't think they can, right? Because that guy was just walking around on it without a care in the world. But he wasn't any dipping in and out of it, so that might have been it. Oh, okay. That's sort of interesting, because I thought they were kind of like a lot more similar than not to the player. I mean, they're all things, right? But I guess there's plenty of things that can't take damage either, like I think the barrels are also things. Okay, that did a thing. Oh, hello. Yeah, there's proof they don't take damage in the slime. Okay. Have a quick look at the map because I got myself thoroughly disoriented there. And here's our yellow key card. And yesterday I saw someone play the Yellow in the Dark demo, which looks really good, but as a demo, it was about literally 5 minutes long, and that's not a joke, about 5 minutes long. And this is like an hour-long experience for an average player, right? That's a demo. I guess it has to be worth putting on a disc. Okay, through here and then take a right. Yeah, it's kind of daring. You can't imagine someone doing that today, really. Ah, so now we have the area map, so you can see kind of in sort of like a light grey where the walls are in places we haven't been. Ah, okay, I can see the yellow doors, good. Right, where did those come from? Oh, I guess they came from in there. Right, let's leave that rad suit until we've got no idea what to do with it. Ah, through there, okay. Where will this take us? I could have looked at the auto map actually, given I have one. Very nice, very nice. Good secret. Can I take some pot shots through there? I guess I probably can. Yeah, okay. And probably through there as well. Yeah, one thing that I guess was kind of accidental is that to have kind of like any sort of like exterior geometry like this, it had to be a physical space. You know, they couldn't make just random meshes floating out in the void like they can today. So like, there must have been a temptation to make them explorable every time. I know the secrets element probably came more from Wolf than it did from that, but I think this kind of like iteration of secrets probably came from the fact they wanted plenty of out of reach geometry, and they went, actually, why not make it in reach? Ah, and that wall opens, okay. Now, if you didn't take pot shots through the window, that could have been really rough. That thing can really dance. Yeah, I was planning to play this game in VR, because I've got the Quest C Doom, which is really, really, really good. But streaming that is actually kind of difficult. There's not really, really great solutions for capturing the video output of that, because it actually runs in the headset itself. You don't run the game on your PC. Oh, this room's spooky. Oh wait, I've already been here. There's bodies everywhere. Yeah, and that basically means you have to then stream it over Wi-Fi to a website that Meta control, and then you video capture the browser window, and it's like, this is a bit fiddly. Okay. Oh no, come back, come back. Ah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I go this way, of course. Oh, they're infighting. I shouldn't have stopped that, really. Yeah, I guess if you're really into it, you probably would. I mean, when I first played this game, I played it only a few years ago, actually, and I was surprised how well the game held up, given it was, you know, over 20 years old at the time. No, hang on. It was just under 20 years old at the time. And I played it with just the keyboard, no jump, no look up and down, that kind of thing. And I was really pleasantly surprised by how well it played. You know, how much they really tuned the movement controls. Oh, well, there's invisible enemies. That's why I'm having trouble. Okay. I was like, why can't I move? Oh dear. This is looking bad. Grab the health, grab the health. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there's some really nice touches, like there was acceleration, but not deceleration on turning, so you could basically like tap the keyboard to do very, very small movements. If you held it down, it would get really fast, and you let go, when you got the cursor over someone, it would stay there. It was really nicely tuned, like they really nailed it. I noticed that Siphon Filter did the same trick for its kind of first-person mode, where despite the fact there was a lot of input latency, it still felt very controllable, despite not being an analog stick. Also, some of the stuff that you kind of learn from playing like modern twin-stick shooters came to play as well, where you're kind of aiming using the strafe controls, at least in Siphon Filter. Not in this game, because I don't think it has strafe controls with the keyboard. I wonder how much temptation they had to add mouse support to the original game, given they were using Next Step stations. Oh right, can you do that in the original? That's really useful. Yeah, pretty much the only graphical upgrade that I'm a really big fan of is the ambient occlusion, just like a bit of extra shadow in the corners. I just think it makes the scene look a lot more coherent. It looks more like a physical space when you do that. Do have some of the other things on, like bloom. I've turned the texture filtering off. I kind of like the original sort of blocky look. Hey. A trick that I actually like for PlayStation emulation, but I haven't tried here, is you basically run the game with a 4K internal resolution, then downsample it to its original resolution, which means that you get you still get hard edges, but they're kind of soft in a way that looks vaguely CRT-like, but it preserves any pixel-accurate resources like HUD elements. Because of course, if they scale up to 10 pixels across, they then scale back down to exactly 1 pixel across, and they preserve the hard edges. But for all the world geometry, you get like nice soft anti-aliased edges on things. The fact that everything in this game is like a sprite is kind of weird in VR, honestly, because obviously in the normal game you can't tilt your head, but in VR you can, and the sprites look very strange when you do that. And this thing where, oh hang on, where is it? Options menu. I think there's a thing in here for sprite face camera. There it is. This was on by default in the VR version, and doing this while physically moving is very strange. Okay. I think I've been this way? Yeah, I have. I don't think I've been up here though. Oh, right. Oh yeah, this is where the guy came in for the... Okay, right. Ah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it can put shadows in places that they really shouldn't be. I mean, at least in the base game, it seems to not really break anything because they weren't doing much in the way of trickery. But yeah, I can see if you were playing more modern versions, it might cause problems. This I'm mixed on because it does look really good, at least in the base game. I can imagine it breaks things, like the fact there's like a light splash on the wall. Whereas I think in the original game, this would have just been basically full bright, and then the wall around it would have been normal brightness. Right, let's have a look at the map rather than that bit. So huddle around the barrel. Good imps. So if we go this way. I think I've not been this way. Yeah. What are you guys doing up there? Oh, I probably should have pressed that button before it went back up. Oops. Oh, it's going back down. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't crush me against the ceiling. Okay, what did that do? Stairs? Nope. Oh, someone here. Might be a bit optimistic trying to snipe from all the way over here. Okay. Oh wait, I've already... Oh no, I haven't been in here, I've just had the line of sight with it. Something I haven't checked out is I know that Romero and Backer made new maps sort of in the last few years. I don't know what they're like, whether they're more like this or more like the stuff that came out later in Doom 2. Oh, we got disoriented then, that was weird. Could be interesting to see just how much this style might have changed over the years. Right, where did I see red doors? Ah, all the way over there, okay. Oh, hello. I kind of like what this game does for, like, you know, I'm not going to call them jump scares, but they're not, but they feel a bit more organic than the stuff that Doom 3 pulled constantly. I guess probably using some kind of scripting system. I think one of the things is because they couldn't guarantee which way the player would be looking, they tended to put the sort of, you know, monster garages much further back. So they'd just be sort of like wandering around the map by the time you found them again. Okay. We've now got a blue card, I think. Yeah, it's all the way down there. Okay. Yeah, Something I do really like about Doom maps is the fact that they're very easy to understand because they are two-dimensional. It's about the fact they are mazes. I feel like the fact that games are 3D, well, truly 3D now, is like made level designers want to just tangle the level up in knots. I think it's also a real problem for games like F-Zero, like that entire lineage of games from X onwards. Many of the tracks are actually just incomprehensible, they're so complex, whereas the older ones were actually, you could look at the plan and just understand them intuitively. It's not like they couldn't make interesting things using a 2D map, I mean they've done it right here. Okay, I see the exit, we're almost there. Right. Oh, we nearly got all the kills. Oh, I found no secrets though, oops. Okay, I think this is the final level. Oh yeah, I think this is the one that's a... I was gonna say, is this the one that's a boss fight? I don't remember. Like a boss fight you're meant to lose as well. I did like how when you finish the show where it's just like, oh, it's not meant to end like this, right? It's like, no. Just pay us a few bucks and you can keep playing. Ah, this is the boss fight. Okay, let's head back. Oh, we're already topped out on that, I guess. Okay, rocket launcher at the ready. How many rockets do we have? 37. That should be enough to do some real damage. Okay. Bring it, bring it. Yes, okay, that's one down. Man, I do like what they've done in this level with the fact that it kind of like reveals in layers. It's like being trapped inside an onion. Okay, got plenty of power-ups. Those hills in China looming over Mars. That's a good point. I probably should have used the pistol in his barrels. It would have saved a lot of ammo. Come on. I forget, is there another boss now? Yeah, here we go. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. Yeah, so after this you go into the shores of hell, but we are just about coming up on an hour, so... maybe I'll do the first couple of levels. Okay. And yeah, the game starts getting more sort of demonically themed from here on in. It's like, we put all the, you know, the first part of the game, for what it's worth, is a good Christian game, and now it's going straight to hell. Well, I am using the pistol. What do you want from me? And where did this go? Ah! I don't remember this level at all. Oh, that pedestal hurt. I have problems. Okay, next stream is going to be Barbie's horse adventures or something, I don't know. I was going to say, I did play a Kirby game once, but honestly, Kirby's like a horrifically violent game. Take it out of context, it's just a pink blob that eats everything and is never satisfied. It is bad when you boot up Steam and Steam is like, you might like this because you like violent games. And I don't know what you're, I don't know what you're profiling about me there, Steam, but I don't really like it. Okay, we've got 2 teleporters. So remember to go back and check out the other one. Ah, there we go. Oh, I hadn't actually noticed that the cacodemons don't feature in the demo at all. That's kind of interesting given how, oh, actually maybe they do on higher difficulties. But yeah, on the sort of default difficulty, they don't feature at all. That's kind of interesting, given how they're such a staple of the game. Oh, well, I guess that was an optional area, and now we're never going to see it. Ah, there was the imp in the exit booth. I remember that. Ah, the box maze. Who could forget the box maze? How do we get up there? Ah! Obviously, the lever that lowers the gun. It's a forgiveness gun. I mean, these are forgiveness shells, right? Man, that is micro detailing right there. Micro detailing in '93, everyone. This level is basically Wolfenstein nostalgia. Oh, not armor. Okay. Well, there was always oh, I think it's called Noah's Ark, right? The one that was actually a Doom clone, but you go around with a catapult, rounding up the animals. I think there was also Chex Quest. Never played that one, but I think that actually runs on the Doom engine as well. Oh, maybe I should have picked that up earlier, when there were actually some monsters to, you know, rip and tear. Hang on, I'm getting lost in this Amazon warehouse. Thank goodness this game has an auto map. Only have a pistol. Berserk would have been good against these guys. Damn, you guys take a lot of pistol shots. How ironic that we're in a warehouse and we're running out of items. Oh no, I've completely run out of ammo for everything. Okay. Oh damn. Wait, can you kill those guys in one punch? What? Since when? Why was I even using guns? Okay, I guess that's not a real door. Okay. Yeah, this level, I remember this one just for it being a bit of a nightmare to navigate. Also, the lighting is a bit flat in this one. It has, oh, what was it? JP Burton called it. Dollar store lighting. Basically, the entire level is just flat lit, full brightness. So you mean you don't have a grandpa who went to Mars and beat demons up? Wait, you tell me that Mars isn't even inhabited in this universe? Damn, I really have an ammunition problem on this level. Okay, so just look at the map and trying to figure out where I haven't been. Is this a door? No. Oh. I guess I haven't been in here. Oh, do I still have the Berserk, like, sort of spiked ring? Okay. I guess I thought Berserk just wore off and then you no longer had it, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Oh, this looks like some kind of boss encounter. That's not a good idea. When you've got literally no ammunition. We don't actually know how it goes. I mean, I didn't really knew it was a thing. It's Invader Zim, right? I've never actually seen Invader Zim. Although a lot of things I like keep referencing it, so maybe I should at least catch a few episodes. Oh, finally some ammo. Thank you, thank you. Oh, does blue floors hurt? I guess it's meant to be kind of like some kind of techno energy stuff. Oh, steady on. Finally some ammunition, and oh, I'm guessing I'm going to use all of it. Wait, how do we get that up here? This wasn't part of the deal. Oh. It's kind of like a mandatory secret. Now can I get that? Thank you. Right, so... Damn, these levels are really big. Okay, there's the exit, there's the exit. Oh? And now I'm getting Galaxy Quest vibes. Okay, cool. Oh, let them fight, let them fight, let them fight. Oh, actually, I see the hazmat suit down there. Let's go for it. There were two ways it could have gone. Let's find out if I picked the right one. Nope, I didn't. Let's go the other way. Hope we don't run out. I like how I have rockets and energy cells and a plasma gun, but I don't have either of those guns. Oh, okay. Okay, I might be wasting this power up because I don't know where to use it. Ah! Right. Did I see anywhere I could use this? Oh, I haven't got the key yet. Okay. Whoa, what on earth is going on here? They're certainly trying to make it look like, you know, things were happening. Whoa, hello. I haven't got any ammo, so I'll deal with you guys later. Oh, ah! Yeah, you guys fight it out. Ah, some kind of doorway. Here's anti-war, thank you. Okay, I'm suddenly finding these secrets much easier to find. Maybe there's just so many in these later levels. Okay. Oh, a key. We need to oh, actually, I wonder if I can follow the path here. Okay, this is neat. Damn, they were so inventive of what they were doing with this engine, like. It's a bit simple, but very neat. You gotta keep in mind that with the original version of the game, you would not have been able to look up to trace the line. That was neat. Okay, so now we have a yellow key card. Where do we use those? Ah, over there. You pretty much have to use the auto map, and in particular this level, just because it's so weirdly laid out. Okay. Yeah, I knew something like that was going to happen. I guess if you're fast enough, you could grab that. Oh, our first lost souls. It's kind of weird that they take so long to show up because I always thought of them as like a low-level enemy. Again, maybe they show up a lot earlier if you're playing on a high difficulty. Oh yeah, crouching. I don't know if the original game has crouching. Should probably have kept some pistol ammo to deal with these guys. Actually, punching them works pretty good. Well, I may have no ammunition whatsoever for anything, but at least I have rockets. Oh, finally, we're topped up, we're topped up. Okay. Was this entire area a secret? Okay, I guess. Oh, there's another yellow door over there. Okay. Man, this level must have like 10 plus secrets. There's a lot of secrets. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. Even with the map, even with the map. Okay. Aha! Why do you even have a big vat of poison? What's the purpose of this? Oh, no, don't use that. Oh, I thought the poison was going to fill the room then. How was that a secret? There was a button on the... Wait. Wait. It's the yellow keycard just for secrets? Okay, let's have a look at the map, see if there's anywhere I've obviously not been. Okay, there's a bit around here. Looks like there's a wing of the maze I've not visited. They could have just shipped the game like this, it would have played very similarly. Here. Ah. Now we're going to be close quarters, let's go with the melee weapons. Alright. Was that it? That might have been it. Oh, okay. Oh, that might have opened up because it looked like there was a section that lowered. Right, okay. Take a rise. Ah, this is opened up now. I feel that this level's actually had a really good narrative arc. You know, you start out with almost no ammo and then you get like, there's a couple of secrets and you become a bit overpowered. I don't know if that was intentional, you know, what they were after, but it certainly worked if it was. I wonder if I'm meant to have found the plasma thing. Oh, they'll open that. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Oh, I didn't grab it quickly enough. Oh, damn it. Oh. Yeah, because I found an energy cell and I was like, oh, I'm sure I'm supposed to have... I'm sure I'm supposed to have gotten that by now. Okay. Perfect hit. Ah! Wait, how am I supposed to get through that? Because, yeah, I couldn't really have left it any later to start moving. Wait, did that one have like a secret passageway at the side? It did. Is there anything in here? Ah. The chainsaw. Come on, bring it. This is a good Christian chainsaw. It's used to remove the log from your eye, I think. Oh, I just thought, I knew that someone made a mod that basically gave all the objects in the game like voxel models that are really faithful recreations, the original sprites. I should have given that a go, that looked really neat. I wonder if this level's lighting is a bit simple, purely because it's a big level, maybe it's using a lot more sectors than most maps would. And there's our blue card, at last. Now we can open these doors up over here. Get the red key card. And go to the exit. And that's probably going to do it for today, to be honest. The levels in the first chapter are so short and quick that you kind of forget that they do actually get a bit more complex as time goes on. This will presumably have like a lever or something to bring up the floor. Yep, there we go. There we go. And that's it. And next time, tomorrow at the same time, 9 AM, onto the refinery. In any case, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.